Okay, so finishing up our conversation on George Washington's presidency. After Jay's Treaty is ratified, Washington pretty much loses a lot of support in the United States. Now, he did not lose all support. He was not unpopular by any stretch, because there's always going to be the people who don't like the president no matter what they are. Washington, who was a universally respected figure, is going to lose a lot of support to where he's only going to be supported by one side versus the other. In this case, Washington is going to have a lot of support from within the Federalist Party, not so much from the Democratic Republican Party. So in 1796, when another presidential election is coming up, Washington decides and sets another precedent. He is not going to run for a third term. He has served 8 years as president. He served a grand total of something like 25 years in public service to either the colonies or the United States, as a member of the Virginia delegation of the Constitutional Convention, as a member of the Virginia Virginia House, as leader of the Continental Army, as the chair of the Constitutional Convention, and as President of the United States. Washington has decided that he is going to retire. He is going to go back to public life. Keep in mind, he is the first person in history to have almost complete power and control over a nation, and twice give up that power and control back to the people. Part of the reason why we speak of Washington the way we do is that he did that. Now, Washington wants to leave advice. He wants to talk to the country. And this is a time period where speeches aren't as important as what we think they are. Presidential addresses are just that. They're addresses. In this case, the farewell address that Washington gives is a letter. It's a letter to the people of the United States. He actually had James Madison write him another copy of the letter in 1792 because he considered not running for re-election then, but because he was working on getting Jay's Treaty passed and he felt that the country was being in a very tumultuous time, it wasn't a good time for him to step away. By 1796, however, he is fully ready to step away, and he brings out Madison's letter, and he starts making and documenting some changes he wants on it. He asks James Madison to make some edits to it, and then he gives a final draft to Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton is going to put the finishing touches on it because he's the person who best knows Washington and Washington's speaking style. So, in our next video, we're going to talk about some of the content on Washington's address and what it means for the world today.